From the Cronkite studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
When it comes to states with the most bad apple gun dealers, Arizona is in the top 10. What one group is doing to crack down on dealers who sell guns, later used in crimes.
Plus, how one local resident avoided being scammed by a fake IRS caller.
And to find out how one Phoenix Reserve police officer became the new face of the latest game sensation, Call of Duty Black Ops.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News. I'm Sonny Scott.
And I'm Erica Lang. Thanks for joining us. A new report says Arizona is among the top 10 states for bad apple gun dealers. The 5% of federally licensed dealers that sold almost 90% of the traceable guns used in crimes. Cronkite News reporter Devin Conley is tracking the details of two Valley shops on that list. The report is from the Brady campaign, which is exposing these bad apple dealers nationwide. Here in the Valley, the Lone Wolf Trading Company in Glendale with George W. Stahl Trading Post in Tempe made the list. Almost 1 year ago, Windy City Pawn Shop made the same Brady campaign list, which linked guns found at crime scenes and traces back to their dealers.
I was quite surprised that our name was on a list. We're very conscious on who we sell a gun to. Windy
City owner Gary Primerano has since worked to clear its name and reduce crime-linked sales. But now, two more Arizona dealers are highlighted on the bad apple list. Lone Wolf with 334 firearm sales traced to crimes from 1996 to 2000. George W. Stahl had 245 linked sales in the same time period. Neither of the shops were willing to comment. The Brady report also revealed that Arizona is the 10th worst state for bad apple dealers. Of all the guns found at Arizona crime scenes, 79% are from in-state. Arizona Congressman Ruben Gallego was part of the Brady campaign effort. In an email statement to Cronkite News, Gallego wrote, "We must hold gun dealers to a higher standard of conduct and name and shame the bad apple dealers that make our communities less safe." But Primerano says safety efforts need to reach beyond the gun dealers.
You know, I think a lot of the violence and unfortunately what you see is comes from certain areas of Phoenix. I think you have to look at the demographics and you have to look at the people that are committing the crimes and kind of go from there.
The Brady report also noted that crimes aren't always close to home. Arizona dealers are also responsible for sales that are over more than 2,000 guns used in crimes in other states. In the broadcast center, Devin Conley, Cronkite News.
Tax filing season has ended and federal investigators continue to warn the public about IRS impersonation phone scams that are targeting taxpayers and recent immigrants. Cronkite News reporter Maria Estrada is live in the media center with the details.
Federal investigators receive thousands of calls every month of aggressive con artists that are making calls to taxpayers demanding money. Even I received several messages on my home phone.
They try to con you out of your hard-earned cash.
Filing lawsuits against you.
Valley man Alex Ramirez got a message on his cell phone from someone claiming to be with the IRS.
The call, I didn't answer it because I didn't recognize the number, and they left a voicemail message. It was a call from the IRS saying that they had a lawsuit against me, and if I wanted more information, that I had to call a certain number.
But he didn't call back, which is something not many would have done.
First, I was a little worried, you know, and then after a while, I started thinking about it, and I remembered about all the scams that people are going through.
The caller is saying that they work for the IRS, that you, the intended victim, owe taxes. You need to pay these taxes by a specific method with either a wire transfer or a direct payment card. Once you purchase this item, the tax scammer can get the information from you so that they can immediately drain that account.
Bill Brunson, who handles media relations for the IRS, says he's seeing this type of scam more and more.
Whenever a person buys into a particular tax scam, then it's like a feeding frenzy, and unfortunately it'll cause it to continue.
4,550 victims have paid over a total of $23 million nationwide. Ramirez hopes to help other potential victims.
I would say just be careful and make sure that you know what's going on with all these scams, because people are getting scammed left and right, especially with the holidays coming.
Although some progress is being made, agents still warn about these fraudulent phone calls.
If you get a call from someone claiming to be with the IRS and demanding immediate payment, you are being scammed. You simply need to hang up the phone and report it. Live in the Media Center, Maria Estrada, Cronkite News.
Casinos are having a harder time attracting millennials. Recent studies show they're less likely than older generations to play slot machines because it's not a social experience. And now the Native American gaming industry has to figure out a way to get the millennials in the door and make them stay. The industry is trying to make casinos look more like entertainment hubs with video game style slots and table games because the younger audience wants a more social experience. But experts say casinos still may not attract as many millennials as they hope. For the full multimedia report, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
Public schools that offer technical training to students say those programs are in danger of closing. Cronkite News reporter James Anderson tells us the programs are in need of funding. James?
Joint Technical Education Districts, or JTEDs as they're called, are public school districts that collaborate with public high schools to provide career and technical training, such as welding, cosmetology, and mechanics. 14 JTEDs, including the massive East Valley Institute of Technology, cover students in Arizona's 15 counties. For many students, it's a way to start their careers early and debt-free. But the most recent Arizona legislative session saw a 7.5 reduction in per-student JTED funding that administrators call a $30 million cut. Many of them say that when these cuts go into effect in 2016, the schools will be forced to cut programs, lose students, and as a result, lose even more funding. But plenty of lawmakers like Republicans Chris Ackerley and Don Shooter are confident that the next legislative session will see the funding restored. For more in-depth coverage on this, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org. In the Broadcast Center, I'm James Anderson, Cronkite News.
After clashing again on stage at a GOP debate on Tuesday, most of the candidates are back on the campaign trail seeking to reach voters. Fanning across the country the day after the fourth Republican debate, Ben Carson arrived in Virginia rallying young evangelicals at Liberty University. Meanwhile, Jeb Bush, Marco Rubio, and Chris Christie turned up in Iowa doing whatever it takes, even pouring coffee, to win over the Republican voters. Hundreds of people turned out today to see Donald Trump in New Hampshire. He said he had no plans of toning down his edge on the campaign trail.
No, well, it's not doing speeches because I think people would be very disappointed if I was that way in a speech. But I think during a speech, it's different. And during a debate, you have to give other people a chance to talk.
The next Republican debate is set for December 15th in Nevada.
A Phoenix Reserve police officer is the new face of the franchise in the latest Call of Duty video game. Andy McDermott is featured on the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 poster, trailer, and game cover in mask and body armor. The iconic game is played globally in story mode and multiplayer, and the hero image that goes with it is very recognizable. Even after 3 days of modeling and hundreds of pictures, McDermott said he enjoyed doing the photo shoot for the game because it fit who he was.
I was an athlete and then a martial artist and a cop, and so, you know, to make movies, to make games, to do shoots where I'm, you know, that action guy, that's why I'm out here.
Once a full-time Phoenix police officer, McDermott now works as a model, fitness trainer, and actor in Los Angeles.
Thanksgiving is just a few weeks away. That means more people are going to be heading out for the holidays.
That's right, Sunny, and more people, well, means more germs. Coming up on Cronkite News, we'll take a look at what Sky Harbor is doing to help travelers stay healthy this holiday season.
And it's a celebration of a Salvadorian culture through a popular Central American dish.
At ASU, we believe the most important semester is the one that starts after you get your diploma, the one called life. So we work hard to help our alumni thrive, teaching them the importance of not only achieving their goals, but exceeding them. With innovative programs that embrace hands-on learning that encourages real-world growth. Our alumni know it can be the education of a lifetime, for a lifetime. For more information, asu.edu.
This is a box that showed you a world beyond your own. It was just a box, But the world has changed, and so have we. And now the box can be almost any size or shape. And you decide what you want to explore. Anytime, any place. Break out of the box with PBS.
Are you a news junkie, history buff, science or nature lover? Then discover 8 World, an entire channel devoted to bringing the world home to Arizona. Watch 8 World on Cox 88 or over the air via antenna on 8.3. To find out how to tune into 8 World for your satellite or another cable provider, visit azpbs.org/world or call 602-496-2308. Discover your world. 8 World.
My child who's watching Super Y, and it said, what letter makes the sound "er"? And my 2-year-old is jumping up and down going, R, R, R. I love that. I wish I knew the genius that came up with Dinosaur Train. I mean, what little boy especially doesn't like dinosaurs and trains and to put them together in one show? My family does without a lot of stuff, but I would be horrified if we had to do without PBS.
Now the holiday season is here, but that also means we're in the thick of, I hate to say it, flu season.
Now there's an effort underway to keep your holiday travel a little more healthy. Cronkite News reporter Julia Thatcher has the details live from Sky Harbor Airport. Julia?
In just a few short weeks, airport travel will increase. Hundreds of thousands of people will come through terminal doors to visit families from across the country. Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport is doing work right now to make sure your families are safe and healthy this holiday season. 25.3 million. That's how many passengers airlines are expecting nationwide for a 12-day travel period around Thanksgiving alone, according to Airlines for America. And Phoenix Sky Harbor will see upwards of 150,000. Coming with these passengers, germs and viruses from all over the country. So how exactly is Sky Harbor preparing for the influx?
We have an incredible group of people who clean the airport multiple times during the day. So as you go through the airport, you'll see them, and during busier times, of course, it takes extra people, extra hours to keep the airport clean.
Don't rely solely on airport employees to keep you and your family healthy. Throughout the airport are hand sanitizing stations for passenger use to stay germ-free. And there are extra precautions you can take right now.
For anybody, whether they're traveling or not traveling, we would highly encourage anybody to get their flu shot if they haven't already. We always encourage people any time of the year to practice very good hand washing.
While minimal contact with objects that mass amounts of people will be touching, such as door handles and guardrails, may seem like a good idea, it might not be your best line of defense.
Anybody who's suggesting not to grab handrails as you're going down escalators or up escalators, we would advise against that. We'd say definitely hold on, but if you're concerned about germs, then having hand sanitizer handy for yourself or using one of the ones in the airport if you're concerned about germs is a good idea.
If you plan on going out of the country, the Arizona Department of Health encourages you to visit the CDC webpage to see if there's any further vaccines you may want to consider, depending on where you're going for this time of the year. Live in Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport, Julia Thatcher, Cronkite News.
Health officials in Arizona are launching a campaign that they hope will help prevent AIDS. The campaign challenges people to be aware of the risks of HIV, the virus that causes AIDS, and know whether they're HIV positive or negative. It also directs people to a website, hivaz.org, for more information. The Department of Health Services says website traffic has increased dramatically since starting the campaign in late October.
A new study suggests you might not have to give up salty and sweet treats to drop those pounds. According to research from the CDC, adults who have a higher body mass index do not necessarily eat fast food more regular than those with a lower BMI. Instead, researchers say to focus on your daily diet rather than the occasional indulgences.
Every November, Arizona joins in celebrating a popular Central American food, papusas. The traditional dish is the star attraction at the Papusa Festival in Phoenix. As Cronkite News reporter Carla Leon shows us, it's a chance to experience Salvadoran culture here in the Valley.
It's a festival to celebrate the pupusa. Pupusas are made of corn flour and stuffed with a variety of fillings. meat, beans, vegetables, and of course, cheese.
Pupusas are so popular in El Salvador that they actually have their own holiday, which is the second Sunday of November.
The pupusa's popularity knows no borders. More than 4,000 people turned out for the Arizona Papusa Festival.
We all come together to eat. Everybody has to eat, and I think pupusas would be a great way for people to learn about the culture and to try new food.
The pupusa is a symbol of the growing Central American community here in Arizona.
La comunidad latina en los Estados Unidos.
Salvadoran community is growing every day and is part of the Hispanic influence and economic engine for the United States.
Many, like the Ramirez family, started their own businesses to get ahead.
And try to make something happen, for ourselves and for our families. And hopefully at the same time, impact the community as well.
Central American immigrants left their homeland to build a better life in the U.S.
I think a lot of times there's a negative connection, when you think of El Salvador with all the negative things that are going on over there. And I think this is a good way to highlight the positive.
By sharing a tradition and a taste from home. In Phoenix, I'm Carla Leon, Cronkite News.
Schools in Arizona are coming up with a new way to teach sustainability.
That's right. Coming up on Cronkite News, how schools are using gardens to teach their students.
And Phoenix may have more roads with bike lanes, but some cyclists say that's not making the streets any safer.
When I was a little girl, I never dreamed that I would have the opportunity to be a lawyer. And certainly I never thought that I could be an astronaut or an ambassador. Those were way beyond my wildest dreams. I don't know if what I've done would be considered success or not, but if success is defined as being happy or having something you love and something that you enjoy doing, then I guess I am successful, but I always want to do more. I am motivated to see this great world we live on and to get a better understanding of human interactions. We shouldn't be limited by glass ceilings or glass walls. We should be aspiring to the very best and then working hard to achieve it.
Drive through Phoenix, you may notice more bike lanes. The Complete Streets Initiative is a plan to redesign Phoenix streets to make them more bike and pedestrian friendly. But as Cronkite News reporter Aaron Johnson reports, some bicycle commuters say they don't find things any safer than ever before.
There's not respect for cyclists.
Jason Bowles commutes by bike from Midtown to downtown. While he sees the changes accomplished so far in the Complete Streets Initiative, he believes there's still room for improvement.
I think it's a step in the right direction, but they're like bike lanes that go to nowhere. So it's kind of like, well, it's great, you gave me a bike lane, but I still have to go to a mile before I get the bike lane back again. So then you shove me back into the middle of the cars.
Phoenix City Council approved the plan last year to create more bike lanes, wider sidewalks, and shadier streets for cyclists and pedestrians alike. And the council is trying to make better use of what they have.
We're trying to always think outside the box. We have a limited amount of resources.
But Mark Melnichenko says the top priority of Complete Streets is keeping people safe, especially in the bike lanes dubbed sharrows.
Even though local bicycle commuters say that they have enjoyed having the sharrows, they still say that they fear for their safety because of how close people drive to the line.
Even with the sharrows, most people are just too ignorant to know the rules of how sharrows work.
Bowles hopes for a better integrated bike path system on main roads so all vehicles, motor or not, can have their space on the road. In downtown Phoenix, Aaron Johnson, Cronkite News.
The Complete Streets guidelines will soon be reviewed and preparing recommendations to City Council and should begin to see work being done between 4th Street and 7th Street.
The San Juan River is safe for livestock to use again after a Colorado mine spill in August, but officials are still watching the river for long-term effects of the mine waste. Testing back in August found heavy metals at levels above what's recommended for humans and livestock.
Schools in Arizona are teaching students sustainability through gardening. Cronkite News reporter Eleni Dower explains how they're doing it. School gardens
School gardens are on the rise in Arizona, with 22 schools already certified and 8 more waiting to be approved. I traveled to Tucson, where one school had many components to their garden to help their students learn.
A coop of chickens, an aquaponics system with tilapia, and rows of vegetables are only a few things that Monzo Elementary has at their garden.
We've got a large composting area where we compost all of the food waste from the school. We're composting about 50 pounds of food waste a day.
The school is stepping up in sustainability by having a compost area, gathering rainwater, and harvesting their own produce.
It creates that circle, being able to live off the land, and that's what a lot of the schools are trying to teach their kids.
85% of the water that is used in the school gardens is harvested from rainwater, which is stored in this tank.
The rainwater is used for their produce, and that produce goes into the cafeteria for lunch at least 5 times a year.
First time it was like crazy. Everyone was like rushing to go in the cafeteria because it looked so good.
The last garden and cafeteria harvest was a pesto sauce, but 5th grade student Luis Egurola was skeptical about trying it.
I was like, what was that? And then once I tasted it, I'm like, oh, this is good.
After learning about the garden in school, Egurola says he wants to have a garden when he grows up.
From school, it's been a great experience because it helps us think about our future.
Thompson says the garden is still growing and that he is hoping more will be done with integrating the academics.
There are 4 steps to getting certified to bring food into the cafeteria. First, submit an application, then create a food safety plan and a garden map, and then request a site visit. In Phoenix, Eleni Dow, Cronkite News.
Individuals with disabilities are partnering with one local business to give back.
Coming up on Cronkite News, find out how this Valley business is impacting the special needs community through creativity.
Are you a news junkie, history buff, science or nature lover? Then discover 8 World, an entire channel devoted to bringing the world home to Arizona. Watch 8 World on Cox 88 or over the air via antenna on 8.3. To find out how to tune into 8 World for your satellite or another cable provider, visit azpbs.org/world or call 602-496-2308. Discover your world. 8 World.
See this flower garden? There used to be a car sitting there, a car I didn't use and didn't want. So I donated it to public television, and they took care of everything. In addition to supporting my favorite programs, I earned a tax deduction. Turn something you don't need into something you really want. Contact the Vehicle Donation Program.
8 is Arizona PBS, a service of Arizona State University.
Now we want to leave you tonight with a look at a special company here in the Valley. Reporter Sydney Glenn introduces us to Paper Clouds Apparel, which combines creative design with a desire to help those in need.
As you walk into Stage 3 printing in Tempe, it may appear routine, workers spreading a rainbow of colors to form hundreds of t-shirts. But the designs being printed today aren't your typical tees.
I made a robot.
The artist behind the shirt is 13-year-old Cameron Albers. She has Down syndrome, but that didn't stop her from creating this, an alien robot, as she called it. Paper Clouds Apparel's mission is to showcase the creativity and artistic talents of individuals with disabilities while raising money for special needs organizations.
Every single one of our products that we sell, 50% of the proceeds go right back to a special needs cause, whatever cause they're teamed up with.
The idea for Paper Clouds Apparel was born from a simple drawing that founder and CEO Robert Thornton found hanging on his mother's fridge.
She took a job as a bus driver for children with special needs. I was back home visiting and I saw this drawing and was mesmerized by it. And from that day on, the idea, just like a light bulb, came on.
Bringing life to the artwork and joy to the artists like Justin Lundeen, who has created several designs.
I'm so happy.
Paper Clouds relies heavily on social media to help spread the word about their ever-changing campaigns. And with more than 60,000 Facebook followers, it seems to be working.
Running a business where you give away 50% of your proceeds, it's not like we have a ton of money just sitting around to spend on marketing, So having a free market and be able to reach people through social media we couldn't survive without social media.
When you go to papercloudsapparel.com to place an order, you swipe through to pick your design. What you might not know is that when it arrives, all the packaging was done by workers with special needs.
The unemployment rate for people with a disability is double what the unemployment rate is. The unemployment rate we hear all the time, I think right now it's about 5%. It's over 10% for people with disabilities.
All of Paper Cloud's packaging is done at the Center for Habilitation, which gives disabled workers more than job opportunities. It gives them a sense of independence, especially when it comes to payday.
Sometimes I like to save it and sometimes I like to spend it. It's my choice.
The squeaky sounds of printing means Cameron's shirts are almost done.
I've heard this one say that she's super excited about 100 times today. And it's so cool to see it come to life.
Proof that something as simple as a t-shirt can have a lasting impact. In Tempe, Sydney Glenn, Cronkite News.
Paper Clouds Apparel has donated more than $50,000 so far in 2015 through its various campaign efforts.
Cronkite News is proud to be the news division of Arizona PBS. Here's what's next on Arizona's Horizon and PBS NewsHour.
Coming up after Cronkite News, it's Arizona Horizon. Former NATO Ambassador Kurt Volker will join us to discuss world issues, and we'll have a discussion on independent voters and their impact on Arizona politics.
I'm Gwen Eiffel on the next NewsHour, making sense of an innovative approach to education, where students are encouraged to teach each other. That's Thursday on the PBS NewsHour.
That's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thanks for joining us.
For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.